progressive overload workouts. Very easy to set up using bands. And here's the nice thing about it, because the ascending resistance, you have multiple levels of resistance that you can load with. However, you're definitely going to need multiple levels of bands, because one band is not going to provide you the overload you're looking for on the workout. Let me take you through the 3 exercises we're going to use for this progressive overload. But understand this, you can use this same concept for a lot of resistance band exercises, so you don't have to just do these. Here's your 3 exercises. First one is going to be a staggered stance single arm chest press. It's going to really challenge our trunk to stabilize while we're pushing with a single arm. Second exercise will be a left-handed single arm chest press. So there you go. Third exercise is going to be a one-arm squat row. That's what it looks like from the back. Let me show you what it looks like from the front. So you'll be right here, and you'll be doing a one-arm single arm row. Switch sides. Again, you can see I'm not using the handle with this one. You're welcome to have handles. I suggest it if you can. There you go. So that's a one-arm row. That's your second exercise. Third exercise will be a bent over single arm press. So you're down here, overhead press. Right side, and now we're going to the left side. Dropping down. Left side, pressing over. Now, that's the exercises. Now here's how you go ahead and overload it. You're going to see I have a marker down here on the floor. That's to give me a visual marker so that when I put tension on the band and I put a certain level of tension on it, I can visually mark myself based on where that is. So I know that the next time I come out and I go to a higher level resistance on my next set, I go on out, I got to get to that same level of marker. So you don't want to go ahead and go less, because now you're pushing the same resistance. You got to get to that same marker position and then do your single arm press, chest press, row, or bent over press using the next level resistance. And that's a key. That's how you're going to get the overload. You got to have that visual marker so that you're always going to the same distance on each band. Each band's 41 inches long. Each band can stretch to that. But because of the width being different, it's going to cause you to have more resistance on it as you progressively go up in bands. Alright, so that's how you're progressively overloading the muscle with those particular exercises. Now the last thing I'll say is, if you go ahead, you can see I have an intermediate single band, or excuse me, a medium single band package here. Alright, so what you're seeing is I've got 4 levels of resistance. Choose your first level and progressively go up. Do it just like you would in a normal weight room setting, where you're just going to increase resistance by taking a bigger dumbbell, bigger kettlebell, adding weight onto the bar, whatever you have. Now here's the one thing I will say is, with these particular exercises, if you have a handle, great, go ahead and use it. But if you're going to go ahead and push as heavy as green, remember the handles don't attach onto green because of the level of resistance. So again, if you can get this bad boy out here and really get into where you want, and then go ahead and press, go for it. Alright, this is way too strong for me. I'm going to go with purple as my heaviest resistance. But hey, some of you are pretty strong and I know you can go for it. So there's your progressive exercises. There's how you're going to set yourself up at home in regards to creating a progressive overload situation with bands. Now here's the way you want to go ahead and train and set it up exercise-wise. You want to go ahead, my suggestion is you hit all one exercise first. And you go 6 sets of 30 seconds or 6 sets of 20 seconds. It really doesn't matter the time that you choose. It's the resistance that you're pushing and making sure that you're always going to the same level of position in regards to your marker. Now I will say, if you're strong enough and you want to start moving out beyond your marker, that's great. You're just overloading it more. But you don't want to be behind the marker or less than the marker, because then you're pushing basically the same resistance that you did previously. You just shortened up the starting distance. So that's how you're going to go ahead and do it. You're going to hit your chest press first, then you're going to overload with your back and hit that, go heavy with that, and then finally finish up bent over presses, same thing, progressively go heavier with that. That's the way I would suggest going ahead and getting after it. That's your progressive overload extra workout. You're going to enjoy it because now you're really going to get after your strength. I think you're going to see when you're done with it, man, muscles are going to feel like they are much stronger, and you're going to feel really good about yourself. Enjoy yourself.